You're lonely, like actually lonely, and you know it. You scroll through your contacts and realize you don't have anyone to call. You see posts of people hanging out and you're not invited. You want connection, but the idea of actually reaching out to someone feels impossible. And here's the worst part. You don't even know how it happened. You used to have friends. Maybe not a lot, but some. And now, you're not sure you have anyone who would actually show up if you needed them. If that's you, if you've been wondering why you can't make friends anymore even when you desperately want to, this video is going to explain exactly what happened and how to fix it before you lose even more time. Let's go. First, let's be honest about what you're dealing with. You're not bad at making friends because you're broken. You're bad at it because the world changed, and you changed with it. 10 years ago, friendships happened organically. You saw the same people regularly, school, work, shared spaces. You built connection through repetition and proximity. Now, you work from home. You order everything online. You don't go to places where you see the same people regularly. And when you do go out, everyone's on their phone. The infrastructure for friendship is gone. And nobody told you that making friends as an adult requires intentional effort that feels awkward and forced. So you stop trying, because trying feels desperate. And desperate feels pathetic. But here's what's really happening, and this connects to everything I've been talking about. Brain rot destroyed your attention span. So now deep conversations feel exhausting because your brain can't focus long enough to actually connect. Scrolling made you less empathetic. So now when people talk about their problems, you feel nothing. And they can sense that, and they don't come back. Your social battery drains in 2 hours. So even when you do hang out with people, you're counting down the minutes until you can leave. And people can feel that too. You've been using AI for emotional support. So now real people feel disappointing compared to the perfectly calibrated responses you're used to. And you're so drained from performing all the time that the idea of being vulnerable with someone new feels like too much risk for too little reward. All of that added up over years. And now you're here, lonely, wanting connection, but completely unable to build it. Let me tell you what this actually looks like in your daily life. Someone invites you to something, and instead of saying yes, your brain immediately starts calculating. How long will it last? How many people will be there? Will I know anyone? What if it's awkward? What if I have nothing to say? And the mental math gets so exhausting that you just say no. Or worse, you say yes and then cancel last minute because the anxiety got too intense. You meet someone new and they seem cool. And you think, I should text them and hang out. But then you don't, because what would you even say? Hey, wanna be friends? That sounds insane, so you do nothing, and the opportunity dies. You're in a group setting and people are laughing and connecting and you're just there, observing, like you're watching from outside your own body. And you can't figure out how to actually join in. You have surface-level acquaintances, people you see sometimes. But the jump from acquaintance to actual friend feels impossible, because that requires vulnerability, and vulnerability feels terrifying. Now let's talk about why this is so much harder than it used to be. Friendship used to be low stakes. You'd see someone regularly, small talk would turn into inside jokes would turn into trust, and eventually you'd realize you're friends. Now, you have to intentionally plan to see someone. You have to text first. You have to suggest hanging out. You have to maintain the relationship through effort, and every single step feels like you're putting yourself out there to potentially be rejected. What if they don't text back? What if they're just being polite? What if they don't actually like you? What if you're annoying them? So you don't reach out, because the fear of rejection is stronger than the desire for connection. Here's the uncomfortable truth. You're probably the problem. Not because you're a bad person, but because you're waiting for friendship to happen to you instead of actively building it. You're waiting for someone to pursue you, to invite you, to make the effort, to prove they actually want to be your friend. But everyone else is doing the same thing. Everyone else is also scared of rejection. Everyone else is also waiting. So nobody moves, and everyone stays lonely. Friendship in 2026 requires you to be the one who reaches out first, who suggests plans, who follows up, who makes the effort even when it feels awkward. And I know that feels unfair, but it's reality. Let's talk about what you've lost by being isolated for so long. You've lost your social skills, the ability to read a room, to keep a conversation going, to be interesting without trying too hard. You've lost your tolerance for small talk. You want deep connection immediately because surface-level stuff feels like a waste of time. But deep connection doesn't happen without small talk first. You've lost your ability to be present. You're so used to scrolling while half listening that actual undivided attention feels unnatural. You've lost your sense of humor. You're so anxious about saying the wrong thing that you don't say anything, and people think you're boring. Even though you're not, you're just scared. All of that's fixable, but only if you actually try. So here's how you rebuild. How you actually make friends when your brain and the world are working against you. Step 1. You lower your standards. Not for the quality of people, for the initial interaction. You're not looking for your soulmate best friend on day 1. You're looking for someone you don't hate spending an hour with. That's it. That's the bar. Because friendships are built through repetition. You don't become best friends after 1 coffee. You become best friends after 20 coffees where you slowly let your guard down. Step 2. You show up repeatedly to the same place. Join a class, a gym, a book club, a running group. Anything where you see the same people regularly. Because friendship requires proximity and repetition. You can't build trust with someone you see once and never again. You need to be in a space where you're forced to interact with the same people over and over until it stops feeling weird. Step 3. You be the one who makes the effort. After you talk to someone and it goes well, you say, "We should hang out sometime." And then you actually follow up. Not 3 weeks later. Not yet, totally. You literally text them the next day and suggest something specific. Hey, wanna grab coffee Saturday at 2 p.m.? Specific time, specific activity. Make it easy for them to say yes. And if they say no, you try one more time. And if they say no again, you move on. No hard feelings. They're not your person. Step 4. You practice being vulnerable in small doses. You don't trauma dump on someone the first time you hang out. But you also don't stay completely surface level. When they ask how you are, you don't just say good. You say something real. Honestly, I've been kind of stressed about work. How about you? That's it. That's vulnerability. You share something true, and you see if they reciprocate. If they do, you go a little deeper next time. If they don't, they're not your people. Move on. Step 5. You stop waiting to feel ready. You're never going to feel 100% ready to put yourself out there. You're never going to feel confident enough, interesting enough, worthy enough. You just have to do it anyway. Scared, awkward, unsure. Because the only way to get better at making friends is to practice making friends. And practice is uncomfortable. But uncomfortable is not the same as impossible. Here's what I need you to understand. Loneliness is not a life sentence. You're not doomed to be isolated forever, but it's also not going to fix itself. You can't scroll your way into friendship. You can't think your way into connection. You have to actually try, in real life, with real people, who might reject you, or disappoint you, or not be the perfect friend you're imagining. And you do it anyway, because the alternative is staying exactly where you are, alone, scrolling, watching other people have the connections you want, but won't work for. If you're lonely and you finally want to do something about it, start today. Not tomorrow. Today. Text one person. Suggest one thing. Show up to one place. Just one. And see what happens. And then come back and tell me. Because I actually want to know. Drop a comment. Tell me what you're going to try. Where you're going to show up. Who you're going to text. Let's build some accountability. You need this one. Peace.